If you're a geek, have a listen. We got the news, this week's submission. Talking movies, games, TV, and comics. Turn it up, Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks pod. Feel the Geeks. You're listening to the Feel the Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to Field of Geeks episode 215. I'm Josh.
I'm Juan.
I'm Bill.
Juan's here, crossover event. Hey, love the
Heyo.
shirt, Juan. It's great.
This whole thing?
That was brand new.
It's
man.
all pristine.
Holy shit.
He washes it in like gold liquid or something. Yeah. Coming soon to stores near you.
Yeah.
Get yours now.
Yes. Well, yeah, we've gotten a table at Des Moines Comic-Con. So we plan to maybe have a few of these for people. We'll raffle them off, perhaps.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure it out, but come out and see us. We're excited. It's gonna be exciting, and
It'll be our third year in a row doing Des Moines Con. This is for our first year having an actual table.
yeah,
So,
this is a big deal.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's going to be great. Come out and see us. They're going to be doing it May 31st, June 1st, and June 2nd.
Yep.
So 3 days.
Hy-Vee Hall, right?
Hy-Vee Hall.
Should know this, but
Beautiful.
I will actually be releasing a highlight of the last 2 years soon on our YouTube channel. So check that out. But yeah, with
This
all
will be
that,
my first year attending, guys. So
yeah, I'm excited, man. So we got
yes,
the
I think like we're gonna have the whole
It's going to be great.
family there.
Yes.
Feel the Geeks. So
yes, yeah.
that's
gonna be great.
That's gonna be great, man.
It's gonna be fun. It's all about having fun and yeah, getting the message out, the word out, and hope to meet everyone out there. And there'll be opportunities for potential guest appearances down the road for anyone who wants to. We're still hashing out all the details of what we want to do, just brainstorming. So more to come. But yeah, that's exciting. It'll be here before we know it. So
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna get in
like
shape,
4
man.
weeks.
I'm gonna get in shape so I can.
You got like 4 weeks.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop eating right now. Well, maybe not right now because I am kind of hungry.
gotta
But
look.
yeah,
Faster, leaner,
yes.
high level athlete.
Give me
Josh.
some bison. Yeah.
Bison.
Is that better for
You're
you?
gonna fight like in Bison.
Yeah. And I sweat like a pig, so that's a good combo.
There we go.
So I just wanted to bring this up really quick. Caitlin Clark, she's just been this big phenomenon, and what kind of brought her even further into the limelight was she appeared on SNL last weekend, and she did a great job. She really, didn't really,
Seem nervous? or-
no, with the material. And I know it's not her wheelhouse to be like funny like that, but she did a good job. And of course, she's also in the headlines she was recently drafted to the Indiana Fever,
Yep.
WNBA, of course. And of course, people are stirring the pot because they need news right now. But there's this big outrage about her salary. She's going to be getting $338,000 and change over the 4 seasons, and a lot of people are comparing it to NBA players. And so, I know it's kind of low hanging fruit, like, oh, it's because she's a woman. But if you look at it, I've heard this explained before. They're both business entities, and
Yeah.
they all survive off of attendance and viewership. Right. And the problem is
It's all about selling tickets.
the WNBA is not on that level yet. But I think with people like Clark, I know people. I'm even more interested in WNBA now, and I haven't been since they launched. Because that was exciting when they launched. Like, oh, they got their own like ball. It's got white and orange, and all that.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of faded away, but it still exists. So I think people like her will give it another shot, and potentially it could get better ratings. I know a lot of people tuned into the draft. I'm talking like young men tuned into it. They're just so enamored with her, and
People are getting more invested into basketball again. I think it's great.
I mean, my daughter plays softball, and her coach actually got tickets and had to bail on one of the games. And she has backup coaches, but she's like, I'm not going to blow this opportunity. Like I know my parents went to see her.
So she's entertaining.
It's a big deal.
She's going to bring eyes and ears to the sport.
Right. Yeah.
I'm very. I'm wondering what her decision making was on that, because Ice Cube has his 3-on-3 league.
Yeah.
And he had offered her $5 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
To be the face of what he wanted to start up.
Yeah.
Females division of
Sure.
3-on-3.
Yeah.
And I guess in long term, it's more incentivized. She probably might get more sponsorships and everything else. But I'd have just
Well, that's the thing. She's
taken
not
a check and
she's not
played a season or two.
suffering. And then this might be why she didn't go that route. She has a $20 million Nike deal. They're going to make a shoe for her. So she's going to be just fine. I know a lot of people are focusing on her salary. She's going to be fine.
sponsorships like
I mean, you know, the
Gatorade
Nike
and stuff.
contract
she's got
alone. As long as
endorsements.
she doesn't like get controversial and do some shit, she's going to be fine. So just don't Tiger Woods it, you know.
no
she'll be all right.
no OF page.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's,
Well, that'll get to a topic later on. X-Men 97, the creator of that show, or the showrunner, lost his job recently because he had a OnlyFans page. And so,
Well,
yeah.
He likes the boys.
Well, he's showing
off-
off himself. And,
Based off of what I've learned about it, he likes the boys.
but it's
That's
very
fine.
loosey-goosey as to why they fired him. A lot of people are like, it's probably because of the OnlyFans page, but who knows?
No, I
But-
think that
Yeah.
there's other things
Unfortunately,
probably behind the scenes.
yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're just going to put it on that.
Right,
deal.
right. But getting back to Clark, Iowa, you know, they're on this high, right? Getting all this attendance. It's like, man, it's going to be I think it's going to be, well, it might not be a quick drop because the beginning of the season will be excitement. And if they live up to that, but you know, it sucks when it's like, I just hope they're not dependable. Like, yeah, we're going to get in this much people next season. Like, nope, not
Well,
if she's
there's-
not there.
I think Des Moines needs like a professional team.
Yeah. I mean, we have the minor league team. Would you call it? What are they called?
it's not the Wild. That's hockey.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we do got minor league team. We got the Wild. We got
That
the
Thunder or
Barnstormers.
something
we got,
like that?
Basketball wise, I'm not sure.
We do have a basketball though.
We have a basketball one. I can't remember what it's called. But
I'll insert it right
'cause
here.
I'm not a huge basketball.
But I'm even looking
No.
at like college sports in general.
Yeah.
When the last time like the University of Iowa went to the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
I lived in Iowa City at the time.
Yeah.
And we went down to Florida in droves.
Yeah.
I mean, it was,
yeah.
and like anytime there's like a major game,
Yeah.
we show up and kind of like more than Green Bay. I know Green Bay is like one of the towns where football kind of originated. At,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first. But I'm like, I think we travel more.
Yeah.
So like, if they came and brought like a expansion team, like
Yeah,
a football
yeah,
team, like the
yeah.
Iowa Sharks or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Women's basketball this year, especially, definitely put us on the map. We
Yeah.
have, one of Caitlin Clark's teammates has been offered a WNBA contract as well.
Awesome.
Then there was a woman on the Cyclones team, I believe, that
Oh,
was
cool.
getting all sorts of
Yeah.
notoriety and stuff like that. It's
I'm all for it, man. I don't
great.
care. Hey, just talent is talent, and they need more people like that. You know, I maybe we get back to the days where, because I don't even know. I don't follow basketball either, but you know, back in when I was young, it was Jordan, Barkley,
Yeah.
Pippen.
It
I
was a
mean,
huge
everybody.
thing.
Yeah, even Rodman, sort of. I mean,
love
I wasn't completely
Yeah.
Rodman, but I was intrigued by him.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Saw his movie Double Team. Is that what
It was
called?
more
Yeah.
It was more entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. But,
But,
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get what
we
they
need
were
powerhouses
doing.
like that again, and she's one
Well,
of them.
the
and-
rules have kind of changed.
Yeah, of
Certain
course,
things,
yeah.
like especially with basketball.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and I get it, and it should be done that way.
yeah,
to an extent, but basketball used to be a little bit more violent, for lack of a better word. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you couldn't just run
yeah,
and a layup and not catch an elbow.
Yeah.
You're not.
right.
Yeah.
The games are smaller.
There wouldn't be no foul or
88.
penalty.
Yeah, the point system would be like
Spit your teeth out,
88
move
to
on.
82
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
like a game.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're getting like 100 points games because now if you just breathe on the guy wrong,
Yeah, right.
You know, you're getting-
foul.
Yeah.
more
right.
guys fouling out. I don't know statistics on that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
of course.
When
Yeah.
I watch it, it just seems less aggressive. It seems more finesse.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a balance there. That's
Of
just my
course,
2
it's all
cents.
about when it comes down to it, it's all about balance, and it's, for anything really, it's balance. That's the true key to everything. But also, her New Jersey sold out too instantly. She got the number 22, which is the number she had for
Oh, you're talking
Iowa.
about for a professional team?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
nice.
and they did retire her jersey in Iowa City, I believe. So
Yeah.
very
they should.
very cool. Yes,
They should.
very very cool. And so yeah, I'm excited for her. And I think this whole pay dispute's kind of bullshit. I mean, I get the temptations to rile up the sexes and stuff, but it's like, no, that one thing first, let's get viewership, attendance.
Well-
Then if it's still like that, that's a problem.
Who else are you going to make the face of the WNBA? Brittany Griner?
Yeah, no shit.
Come on.
She's still playing for them, right?
I don't fucking know.
She's doing something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what she does. Something.
But I will say this: it's been a big year, not just basketball wise, but it's been a big year for Iowa sports wise.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
His jersey was selling like crazy out there too. Not to diminish Caitlin Clark. She's phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you, like, we're not the only cool people in this state. There's other people, so consider them.
If anything, they made people care about women's basketball.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. I saw so many posts. I mean, one from a mom, who has a kid in class is my daughter, and he was watching the draft, and it's like, that's something, man. That's really something. Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, you can speak on this. I mean, being a girl dad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seeing this even with, like, my nieces or young ladies that I see out. Like, I haven't seen girls kind of gravitate to something like this in a long while.
Well, and the softball community is huge too, but
But I'm saying like as a whole, because and it's a pure population. Like, because sometimes when we have this battle of the sexes, boys are this and girls are that.
Yeah, right.
Someone's got to down the other side. This is pure. It has none. Yeah, it's not about downing anyone. It's just like. She's inspiring.
Everyone's seeing her. Everyone's going to the games.
Yeah, like I like watching her play.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, and I don't watch basketball that much.
I don't either, but I'll watch Caitlin Clark
because that's powerful though. Like if someone like that can get you into it, like that's what you strive for. I mean, if you have a team, you want someone like that. And,
you exactly inspiring. And it kind of sucks that she didn't win a championship because it would have been like like poetic justice type thing.
I think it also kind of made her human too, if that was a problem. Like she's like too perfect. It kind of just showed like, sometimes you can be great and you're gonna lose, and it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. You move on, and she moved on, and she's gonna be fine.
She's okay. I'm just saying, it's like
I get it.
You want your heroes to win.
Yeah,
too.
I know. Of course, of course. Yeah, it's the icing on the cake, which is probably why I'm not a huge sports fan, because if I am invested. Holy fuck! I hate myself because I'm like I get so stressed out. It's like, oh my god, just watching my daughter play. It's like, fuck, who is this guy? I don't know. She plays softball.
Softball,
which is why I brought that up, because like I enjoy that more than baseball. I mean, it pretty much kind of the same, but different rules. Yeah. And we did actually go to iCubs game a while ago, but she loves the sport. We never had to push her, and it's just like the attendance with Clark is like it's all natural and it's pure. It's pure.
That's the way it should be.
She likes doing it. We never had to talk her into
some viral thing or whatever. Yeah,
yeah. There's times where she'll sub, and it's like we have an off weekend. And I'm like, are we pushing her too hard? Like, my wife's like, she wants to do it. She wants to do it. And it's like,
well, that's
fine.
That's ideal.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to be one of those parents, Yeah. I've known a lot that were hated by the kids.
Yourself.
Yes. Right. Right. Exactly. But, getting into some quick news. Ma and Pa Kent have been cast in Superman Legacy. Neva Howell from The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, Long Haul, your favorite, and Lucky Logan, I'm totally guessing, or kidding. Anyway, she's going to be Ma Kent. And we have
good casting.
Prute Taylor Vince, who is from Natural Born Killers, The X-Files, and Identity. He's a heavier set guy. I should have shown you guys the pictures of these people before we started, but anyway, he's always played like a mental patient or something, and it kind of, I always thought maybe that wasn't quite acting, like he actually has something wrong, but I guess he doesn't.
Play Natural Born Killers?
I don't recall, but Identity.
I remember
Identity?
that guy.
He's the guy at the
end. And he's in
Mm-hmm.
Constantine. He's the priest.
Yes, that guy.
That's Constantine's friend.
He's a bald dude, and he usually has facial hair, but you put a wig on him and shave him, like he looks perfect. I think for Pa Kent, like he's like the ideal farmer look. I think it'll be just fine. I'm excited for this project. It's moving forward, and they're shooting it right now.
Kevin Costner's too handsome.
Yes. Well, you know what?
I didn't.
Fuck him. He just stood there while a tornado came and got him. That was fuck that shit.
I must die for the.
It would have been more believable. He's like, hey, that shit I told you about not saving me. Get your ass over here.
You can do this fast enough that people just don't notice.
That's the only problem I have with Man of Steel. That's the only problem I have. I take that out and it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I didn't want his kid to get probed.
Jesus. Yeah.
Probably would have liked it.
It wouldn't have happened anyways.
Right.
Superman be like, what is this device?
Well, it was a different time when he died, so he was upset with him being gay or something,
ago.
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, dear God. Go again.
That was a direct deleted scene. Fantastic Four. We have a Silver Surfer now. It's not the Silver Surfer people expected. Julia Garner from Ozark has been cast as Shala Ball. Is that how you say her name? Are you familiar with these?
Sure.
It's a female version of the Silver Surfer, but it's not like a switching of the genders.
It's not
like
Norrin Rad.
right. Yeah, it's a different.
Right.
And
We want Norrin Rad though.
there's a rumor that he may
do.
be in it too, but I get it. It's stirring up the it's not too predictable, and we already had Rise of the Silver Surfer, so I maybe that kind of has something to do
I just
with.
think it feels forced.
I don't know. Well, if that female version didn't exist, I would definitely think that, and I'm sure some of it is forced, but
someone did some digging to get her.
Yeah.
I know she exists.
but she looks great. I mean, I think she's a good actress, and I think I'm anxious to see what her character is all about. And yeah, as long as it's written well, like that's the problem with a lot of these
I don't have a problem with that.
new properties. Like they're leading with agenda, I feel, instead of like writing it better.
Yeah.
To present it.
Bingo.
Like
can
we'll
kinda
go with
see
you,
that a
man,
little
but
bit,
you
but
just
yeah.
can't be like,
If
she's a
it's
girl, that's why we did it. Like,
if it's an existing character, not
Yeah.
just making Norrin Rad a girl.
right.
You know, it's one of those things.
I mean, it's a whole like
I do see where you're coming from,
Yeah.
though, too. It's kind of like they're digging.
They're digging. It's not that. It's just like it's not even.
yeah.
It's not even a gender thing for me. It's
Yeah.
like it's more along the lines of, you know what we want.
Right.
As a whole.
Right.
You know what the people want. Just give
Right.
the people what they want.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
it's very simple. It's not a guess here. Like just
Right.
if I have a product and people are demanding it, like I might have this, let's say I make burgers.
Yeah.
And I have this Boca burger that I made, but I really want to sell this veggie burger.
Yeah.
And I'm like pushing the veggie burger. Well, I made it with the same sauce as the Boca burger.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
keep trying to do this. And I'm like, no.
Right.
I'll pay you.
Yeah.
I'll gladly pay you for the Boca burger. I'm just making up a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Boca burger. That's what I want. That's what I came for. You've had this established. Why
Yeah.
don't you want to sell this to me?
Right.
Yeah.
That's my issue with it. It's not.
Right.
I don't have a care about it being a gender or an ethnicity or anything.
It seems like they're kind of trying to reinvent the wheel a little bit.
Right. Right.
Well, one of the things that I'm one of those guys who like dives deep into that type of stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like writing.
yeah.
I think it's a lot of people who just they're hiring groups of people that are not necessarily fans.
Right.
Like they're and these people want to make their own staple, their own
Right.
print.
Yeah.
Right.
Into like I know I can, elevate this character.
They're
to
hijacking the popularity of the franchise to
Yeah.
get their message through.
Yeah, they're more
versus
concerned
like
about their
creating
message.
something entirely on their own.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I'd rather you make something original and new,
Yeah.
and see if we like it or not.
Right, right.
But you want to take something that's already been established
yeah.
and fool around with it,
Right.
and that's where it gets offensive because the majority of us, geeks and nerds, whatever you want to call us, we grew up with the nostalgia of it. That character means something
Yeah.
to us. Like
Yeah.
my childhood hero is Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
To me, he was he was the comic book dad. He's the animation
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
He's everybody's dad. He's the ultimate dad. He's the robotic dad.
Right.
So I'm grateful they never really messed with him.
Yeah.
But like if someone was to come in and start fooling with him and Optimus identifies as something new now.
Yeah.
I don't identify as a robot. I
Well, just,
identify as
it's like if you have good creative types, they're going to write great and they're going to come up with their own ideas too. Like they're going to bring something new to the table. If they want to establish something different, bring something new to it and through that. But I mean, we could do this all day, obviously. And, there's not a right way or wrong way to say it, it seems, like have anything upsetting about what their current choices are, you know what I mean? Because it's like, in the end, you're going to be called a hater or not, pretty much,
Yeah.
It's like, you can't win, but...
Well, and there's, on the flip side of that, though, there's so many Marvel fans.
Yeah.
And I say that in quotes because, they're fans of the movies, not of
Right.
the comics.
Right.
But they want to sit there and, like, gatekeep everything. Like, oh, no, you can't do this to this character. It's like, you don't know the history of this character.
Right, right.
Like we saw that a lot with She-Hulk. It was like, oh, we're trying to make it into a sitcom. It's like, have you never read one of the comics?
Yeah, right.
Like, this is how she is in the comics.
Yeah.
Get off your high horse and shut the fuck up.
I mean, they give you the roadmap. That's the interesting deal about it.
I mean, hey, is it possible they can turn anyone against this decision around? Yeah, but it's going to take again, good writing, good presentation.
Yeah, if it's written well.
If you're going to half-ass it and just kind of get the cred of having a female Silver Surfer, it's like that's false.
I mean, if it's written well, it's presented well, everything like that, I don't have a problem with it. It's just if you're doing it for an agenda, just to be like, look at us, we're progressive, then it's...
Don't lead with it, I'd say, like, that should be like, it's just like Ripley. We had female heroes before, and it didn't matter. That wasn't like the selling point. It was like Alien. You gotta kick this thing's ass, and she's the last surviving person.
Sarah
it's up
Connor.
to her. Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's just okay. Like, as a writer, like, ideally, if you're writing fiction, okay, you would want to see how that looks in real life.
Yeah.
Whether it be animated or whether it be actual human beings.
Exactly.
That, all I want to see is like the new platform of interpretation of what I wrote.
Yeah.
So the moment you veer off that, you're starting to mess with my baby.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like...
It's kind of like with the Fox X-Men films. Yeah. When they came out, I grew up on X-Men, on Jim Lee's X-Men, the blue...
Yes.
The blue uniform for Cyclops with the yellow
blue,
sash
yellow,
and all
same
that
thing.
stuff.
Still powerful.
Wolverine,
and
black,
it's like you go into the movie and they're all wearing
Matrix
black leather. And it's like, are they going to a Rocky Horror Picture Show convention or something? Like,
well, and they changed the dynamic. Wolverine and Cyclops, they like flipped them because people loved Wolverine.
Then, like they teased us all the time, like with comic accurate costumes, and then you go to the next one and it's back to the same bland.
Apocalypse got us so close, very, very close. And the next movie, it's like we're wearing Old Navy sweaters.
Wolverine's 6 foot tall, in the movies, and he's supposed to be like 5'5" or something. 5'3".
If anything, I mean, I know we'll get to it, but X-Men '97, I hope, inspires Marvel's take on their X-Men they're going to have, because they have control of it again, and I'm anxious. You don't want to screw that up. I want a shorter Wolverine, get Danny DeVito, and I'm kidding.
I just putting faith in these writers, it makes it challenging.
Eventually, we'll probably get back to, talent versus like check boxes.
I think that, they had that big, whatever, the board meeting. Not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Peltz, with Peltz and Iger.
Oh, that's why they.
But
totally
Peltz didn't win. But as soon as that he didn't get in on there. Yeah, to get a seat, the stock plummeted. Like it went down hard because a lot of people thought there was going to be a change, and I think there's certain people who own stock that want a certain thing. They want. Yeah. I'm like, business. All I'm asking for is creativity. I don't care about the really creative people will be able to get their message across along the storyline.
Yeah. Instead of like hitting you over the head with a mallet.
Yeah. Right. You're force feeding me it just turns me off. Yeah. So that's why I'm very cautioned about watching certain things nowadays, because I'm just like, well, I don't want to waste my money.
Right.
And then I end up walking out.
Right.
So I got to wait on reviews now of people that I kind of believe in. So
it's like Star Trek, though. Star Trek was allegory, and so it made you think when you took like certain issues and you put them on like a different planet's culture was like that. It made you think, without it being so hammered into you, of like, this is right, this is what you need to do. But hey, I'm actually excited for this casting. I think they could do something really special. I have faith because I've seen the fan art they've done, or not even the fan art, I'm sorry. It was the announcement art they did. This is like set in the 60s. It looks retro as shit. I love it. I love the costumes we're seeing. I think it's got a good solid cast. I guess Galactus will be the main villain, they're saying. Joseph,
they pretty much have to do.
Yeah, of course.
They made a reference in Doctor Strange, the second one.
Did they?
Multiverse. Because when what's his face shows up, Mr. Fantastic, He says, "You're Fantastic Four," and he goes, "Weren't you guys big in the '60s?"
Yeah,
that's what Doctor Strange says to him.
Right.
So I guess that kind of was like a what they call that an egg.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Easter egg.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. For sure. Joseph Quinn, who's playing Human Torch, he was in Stranger Things season 4. What was his character's name again? Eddie. Great character, huge impact. Did you see Stranger Things season 4?
I haven't seen season 4.
Okay. Anyway, he's got a ton of projects happening right now, and we're going to be talking about those. But he himself said, and it could be bullshit, but I don't think so. He said the script is brilliant and it's very different from the other MCU films. So I feel this is going to be something special. I really hope, and that's what gives me faith in casting Julia Garner as this female version of Silver Surfer. So
I think they already started filming, or is that?
I don't think so yet, but it's going to happen soon.
Right now.
Yeah, we're not going to get it for a bit, but I'm excited. I think hopefully this will be good. I hope. The Running Man's getting a remake.
Interesting.
Yes. Paramount is producing this. Of course, it's the remake to the 87, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, starring Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick. He's going to play Arnold's part. It's based off the Stephen King book, and it's going to be directed by Edgar Wright.
Which guy was he? Oh, he was Goose's son.
Yes.
Okay.
The actor. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Or no, he's not Goose's son. He was like the guy Goose's son went up against. He was a dick.
He was like
he became a good guy.
He was like the new Iceman.
Yes.
The new Ice.
Yes.
I can't remember
much.
what his call sign was.
Asshole.
Is it Rooster?
Oh, it was Hangman.
Hangman.
Hangman. That's what it was.
But yeah, this is going to be directed by Edgar Wright, which that I love Edgar Wright. I think he does great.
Yeah.
I love his close-up shots of movement, and it could be really cool. And it probably will be more based off the book. I assume the 87 kind of did their own thing outside the book.
They did a lot of things in like the 80s and early 90s where it was like, we're going to put this name on it, but it's not going to have anything to do with the source material.
Right.
Just so we can use the name power as like a selling point of it.
I think that too, but I think their technology was limited by comparison.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So I think they had to with certain things because kind of on the subject of Marvel, but Blade was originally pitched to be Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Wesley Snipes originally wanted to play Black Panther.
Right. That would have been something.
I don't think they felt that they could recreate Wakanda.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And you look at like
it would have been so
Black
different.
Panther, the movie that we have with Chadwick Boseman, with the technology we had when Wesley Snipes' Blade came out, it probably wouldn't have worked. But
and that movie is beautiful, but it does have some things that are dating it, like when he fights at the end.
Yeah.
Where the blood,
CGI and all that.
The CGI is weird. It kind of goes in the second one like that too, when he has the fight scene with the two vampires that look like ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely get it.
But
yeah, this could be interesting remake. I mean, Roadhouse, that was looking good until it came out. So I didn't see it. I didn't. Did you?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Well, maybe.
So like,
I had all the faith in the world in Jake Gyllenhaal, just not Conor McGregor.
Right. Yeah, he's never acted before.
Conor McGregor played himself.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about.
Right.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really.
Right. I haven't either. I've seen the trailer and it looked great.
I get heads up.
Yeah.
A lot of butt shots.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
What was the original? Have a lot of butt shots too?
Not like this.
Nope.
But if it's kind of like
by butts.
I love the movie Coming to America.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the second one.
It's probably my favorite movie. Ever.
Yeah.
So I actually had this conversation recently. So I said that the new Roadhouse is Khloe Kardashian, and they were like, "What?" And I go, saying this to a bunch of guys. And I said, actually, it's just the same as a new Roadhouse is Khloe Kardashian, just as like Coming to America 2 is Khloe Kardashian. What does that mean? Well, Kim in her heyday was considered attractive, very attractive.
Yeah.
Right? And her sister Courtney is just as attractive.
Yeah.
And Khloe standing in the midst of those two
makes
her less attractive.
Right.
But if you separate Chloe from the other two, Chloe's actually pretty attractive.
Yeah, right.
But you're standing next to the sun.
Yeah.
So you're getting you're getting blinded out.
Right.
So the same thing is like Roadhouse 1 to me is it's just that classic, and it's just you set a standard. Yeah. You set a bar.
Right.
And so when you see the new one, you're kind of like, well, if I give Roadhouse 1 for entertainment value an A, I would give the new one like a C plus.
Sure. Yeah.
B minus.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just that you're expecting it to meet that same deal. And when I watched it twice, the Coming to America 2 one.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's good. It's just you hit so hard with the first one.
Yeah.
A lot of
and
that
you
stuff,
waited a long time.
Yeah,
too.
but the quotables of the first one.
Yeah.
Like there's things I could say from that movie and you would finish it.
Yeah. Right.
And there's not a lot of quotables in the second one.
Well, I imagine the Running Man, this one won't have those quotable lines Arnold
I'll
had
be back.
in the first one. Well, yeah, he probably used that, but he used other ones. Like Jesse Ventura was one of the dudes in it. Like it was wonky. But
his outfit's amazing in the first one.
So yeah, this one will probably be more from the book, but it's probably got a potential. I think if they actually drive more from the book than the 80s film, I think then they both can really coexist in a way, because it's like honors. They both are doing their own thing. It's not a sequel, so yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool.
It could be cool. I mean,
so it's a reboot.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Yeah, it's a reboot. It's funny because Glenn Powell's now this is like his third project that's either a sequel or a reboot, because he's got Twisters coming out. Oh, he did Top Gun Maverick. I hope Twisters is good, but I think he's definitely becoming a
if Top Gun Maverick's any indication of his ability. Yeah, it'll be good.
He did great. Also from Paramount, we are going to have a Chris Farley biopic being made. It's the adaptation of the New York Times best-selling biography written by his brothers, which was called The Chris Farley Show, a biography in 3 acts. Paul Walter Hauser is going to play Chris Farley. He's known for I, Tonya and Blackbird. He's also in Cobra Kai. He's a heavy-set guy. He's a really great actor. I just saw I, Tonya. I was on Max. I'm late to the party on that. That was from 2017, but that was a fun film.
I didn't get done with Cobra Kai first season 1, so
really, yeah. He joined season 2, I think. Maybe I'm not sure. But
I'm trying to think of what he goes by.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He also was in Richard Jewell, a Clint Eastwood movie about the security guard, I think, who found the bombing or the bomb at the some Olympic bombing. I forgot what it was called, but I wanted to see that. Great actor. I think he'll do a pretty good job. Doesn't exactly look like Chris Farley, but I'm sure with makeup and wigs and stuff, they'll make it work. Yeah. But so that would be first time directed by Josh Gad from Frozen, or Gad. I'm sorry. I think he's got good potential.
He's got some good comedy chops too.
He does.
So you should be able to capture that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I never read the biography, so I don't know how that's written, But maybe it's kind of like, maybe it's like a fourth wall breaking type of biopic. Biopics now some are like very fictitious intentionally that way, and some are just like they really try and it be serious. So it'd be interesting to see what this is like.
Tanya was subject
like
material.
Tanya, yes, it was.
Tanya was like that.
Yeah, because she kind
of breaks the fourth wall.
Can you believe this shit? Yeah. She was so good in that part. She deserved her nomination. I think she did get nominated for that.
Margot Robbie.
Whatever. This will also be produced by Lorne Michaels, who of course produced SNL all my life, pretty much all its existence, except for like a couple seasons, maybe.
Yeah.
But, and then quick news. Concluding quick news. Scary Movie is getting a reboot. Franchise. I talked about this when Jonah brought up The Blackening. Did you ever see that horror film? It was kind of like a comedic film. They're all in the woods, and
are they taking it more serious in the reboot, or is it?
No. I don't think that. But
Scary Movie is kind of, it's got a not humor, or if it does have humor, it's like dark humor.
You mean like? Are you thinking Scream or Scary Movie?
Scary Movie.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, because
no, I'm thinking Scream.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking Scream. It's the comedic take. Yeah.
I'm thinking Scream.
Yeah. They do have newer franchises they can kind of like pick at, but they already did that so much with the original,
right?
Like with a lot of the classic ones,
right? You kind of have to wait for a few years or so. Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, I know. Like, after the Waynes left, I mean, they were all right, but they weren't as risque, I think, as the first two Scary Movies and what they did and stuff.
So that
you lost some of that magic, but I wish they were coming back for this. Maybe that's happening. I don't know. I think it's early stages, but when the Blackening was mentioned and that was coming out, I'm like, that's like the new Scary Movie, pretty much. It looked like, because they were like in the woods.
They did take that pretty serious. I mean, to an extent, they took it pretty seriously, though.
That's true. Yeah, it was kind of more of a darker comedy,
kind of more of like poking at the genre.
Right, yeah, that's true. Kind of like is it Cabin in the Woods that did that too?
Yes. I loved Cabin in the Woods. Oh my god,
that was a good one.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Matrix 5's getting made, which is
why
I don't know why 4 was made. I don't get it. Yeah.
3 is debatable.
No,
so why are we going past 3?
I don't know. First one and the Animatrix are great.
Yeah, nobody that was a fan of the original Matrix thought the fourth one was a good idea.
No. And I saw it, but I didn't want to.
Is Keanu even in this one?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
He's going to be a busy guy. He's playing Shadow the Hedgehog, too.
Yeah. Maybe on his break on shooting Matrix 5, he'll be in his trailer and doing a voiceover. Yeah. Well, of course,
while he's waiting.
Another John Wick comes out. There you go. He'll be busy doing that. But
is he in it, or is he just? Because I know they were trying to do a spin-off of like with the Continental.
The Continental and the
Ballerina, which we'll be talking about shortly here.
And going into other assassins. I thought that was the
point. I mean, might as well expand the world. I think he's kind of his story's run its course, but I don't know.
He's at the point where he just needs a cameo in those movies.
Yeah.
Ish. You know, like, that's the great John Wick. And
right. Well, fucking Matrix 4, he didn't even change his appearance. He was like...
He was
like John Wick. He looked like John Wick. It's like... You gotta cut the hair, man. I'm on a busy
time schedule, guys. I gotta head over to this other studio later on today. So let's just keep this thing moving.
Right.
What's my line?
Right.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. Whoa. Do I have a gun in the scene? No, I don't. Okay.
I think Matrix is one of those franchises that just needs to die.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it pretty much did, and they brought it back. Which
I don't have a problem with
why not just do a whole new Matrix?
Resurgence.
You know, like a new characters entirely.
Yeah, see, I don't mind.
But
that.
I'd love to 20 years away or something.
Yeah,
I'd love to see them do another Matrix movie and have the technology to do the stuff they wanted to do in the first one.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the special effects they did in the first one were like revolutionary. For the time.
They still hold up pretty well.
Like bullet time thing and all that.
Yep.
Stuff like the Matrix or any of these things. Like Star Wars kind of does it, but they just don't execute it well currently.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like, or you could do it with the Terminator or something like that. We don't always have to see the same storyline. Okay, I know the plight of John Connor.
Yeah.
What about this resistance person?
Yeah.
The Matrix. Let's see the other people who got through, and they're not going to be Neo, obviously, but this person got through.
Expand it versus
like go somewhere else.
Story.
Like I want to see other characters within that universe.
Yeah,
well, they did that so well with the Matrix,
Animatrix. The
Animatrix is great. You could do a live action movie of that.
That had one of the best scenes I've ever seen.
There was the Matrix video game.
Oh of course.
That followed Niobe and Ghost,
which you got more out of them than the fucking movie because they weren't even in it much.
It was good to see. Like, okay,
now there are other characters,
Neo, so you can't take on the agents. You got to run from them or incapacitate them.
Right. Stakes
are
higher.
Be smarter. You got to trap them or something.
You got to fight smarter, not hard. Not
like a Terminator. You got to. Get them in a compression machine.
I mean, God, they ran that franchise in the ground. I mean, repeatedly. Like they should have never changed.
John Connor.
Well, yeah, they never should have changed the timeline. They should have ventured off to like his second in command or some shit. Like, you could totally. There's other characters.
You could have did something like what's happening over in England at this time.
Exactly. It's always America, right? It's like there's other.
It's always like New
planet's
York.
Huge.
Yeah. So if you want to keep it English speaking, go someplace like England or Australia and be like, okay, Skynet hit.
Yeah.
What's our plight in this?
Imagine you battling on an island, with these fuckers, and you have like battleships in the sea, and
they want to they could come back in the past. A couple Terminators come back in the past, and they're trying to get rid of one of the resistance bases or something.
But it was a stretch.
We just wrote a whole story. You guys are welcome.
One was a stretch with the time traveling aspect, right? Like we snuck another one in. Okay, we'll give you that. Now you get to the third one. You did a third one?
Mm-hmm.
How many did you throw in there?
They should have gone a different way. And then make your
take the time travel out of it. Maybe I don't know.
Basically, John Connor is your Jesus figure. JC.
Yeah.
Right. They did the same thing with John Carter. They're remaking that too, by the way. But that's another story.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that character, you can kind of make them the Mystique. Same thing with John Wick. Most of these people are named John, by the way. That's a common thing. No, John's the name of a hero.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
And so go the other route. Let us know about that person. Oh yeah. I hear they're on the other side of the globe dealing with this or whatever.
Yeah.
And make a reference to it and then go back into this new storyline. It's so simple.
Show how what they're doing in the main storyline is affecting other parts of the world and other factions of whatever.
The scrap sequel to Salvation was talking about them going to England and things like that.
Yeah.
And of course the original ending to Salvation was very controversial. They were going to basically kill John Connor, but to keep the resistance going, they were going to take his skin and put it on what's his face's Terminator body and have him become the new John Connor. What's his fucking name? He's Avatar. What's the actor's name?
I know you're talking about, because he was the cyborg and
and that was controversial. They had to I think preview screenings they had to change it because the audience was like, no, you don't kill John Connor.
The original T2, the end of that was going to show old Sarah Connor watching John play with his kids,
which is so startling to see years later. When they show, I'm like, what?
But then they had to go with Genesis.
Well, there's no more. John Genesis is fun. It was the Dark Fate that really messed it up.
Yeah, they just killed John Connor.
Well, now John Connor's a chick.
Well, but it's
Or the savior.
Right.
The resistance.
Right. Which, why don't you just make her part of the battalion?
Make her she could have been another resistance leader.
Yeah.
And her and John don't see eye to eye on certain things.
He didn't do it all on his own. He had help.
Yeah, you could do the Magneto.
Yeah.
You could do the Magneto Professor X type thing. We feel this way about the resistance. Well, we feel this way.
Yeah.
We have similar goals, just our ideals are different.
Right. Exactly.
And you could have done that and ran with it. Because I actually liked Salvation. I was entertained by it. But
it got us the closest to that apocalyptic world they kept showing us. It got us the closest to it.
Show me the dead world where this takes place.
And I love Christian Bale being John Connor. I thought that was good casting at the time. I really did. It was fresh off of Dark Knight. I remember seeing the preview to Salvation when I went to see Dark Knight. I was like, oh my God, this is his next project. Fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
He steps off the helicopter and shit. And
that fight was awesome.
Yeah.
That's because it was realistic. Okay, this is how you would deal with this in that time period. And I just...
The unrated cuts is more brutal,
man.
Yeah, I know.
With writing in general, just in film.
Exactly. Well, speaking of Christian Bale, we're going to get into movies and TV. The Bride, he's actually going to be Frankenstein's monster in this, and they released a couple of photos of him and the bride herself. She's played by Jessie Buckley, who was in the movie Men, is the only thing I know of. Men is really disturbing. It's the same dude. He's I don't know. He metamorphoses himself into all these characters around her, and it's weird. Even a kid, which looked really shitty, CGI wise. It was this big face on this kid's body. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I know her from. But just judging off the photos, you guys, we've all seen. It looks great. I think
looks good.
Bale looks great as a monster. He is kind of got the Jared Leto Joker vibe going with the tattoos. So that's kind of I don't know about that, but I'm sure it's Christian Bale. He always
were those supposed to be tattoos or were they supposed to be the stitches?
I don't know. Maybe
they kind of look like the stitches. To me. Maybe I need to.
But they spelled something out. I think in one of them, so that's why I thought tattoos. Yeah. But I could be wrong. You know what? Thor: Love and Thunder. Christian Bale alone was like great in that.
He made that movie for
wasted.
Character. Oh yeah, and he wasted probably the time to bring it. Like he was like the only one that was like, I'm up on this level.
He was the only one that tried something new.
Yeah,
for that movie.
Yeah, and he really conveyed that pain.
You know what, Disney? Thanks for the check.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But he didn't phone it in, though, at least.
No,
right?
no,
I'm saying, like,
he could have done that.
You got one.
He could have done that. Give me the money. I don't give a shit. You know.
Yeah.
Could have done that for sure. But this looks great. This is a Maggie Gyllenhaal film. I think she's directed before. But yeah, it's based. The premise is it's Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein travels to 1930s Chicago. And he seeks out a doctor. He wants a partner created. I'm sorry, this isn't Dr. Frankenstein. It's the monster who wants to have a partner created. And they
like a Bride of Frankenstein kind
yes,
of thing.
Exactly. They revive a murdered young woman. And of course, she's beyond what they intended. There's romance in this. There's a lot of police attention. Social movement is garnered from her. Very similar to the Emma Stone film. Why am I blanking on that? I saw that movie and I loved it. Oh fuck! She just won the Oscar for it.
I know which one you're talking about.
No. It was the one she just did this year or last year. I'll put it right here.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, very similar kind of. It feels like. I mean, that's what that was kind of brought out. Yes, right here. It's hot.
I think I got it.
I'll have a red font.
Get back here.
Maybe it might be longer.
Yes.
Oh, it's fading away. Look out.
You're going to make me work hard. I'm going to have to have it chase you guys. Other cast, Penelope Cruz. She's from Vanilla Sky, Ferrari.
Great actress.
Yes. Peter Sarsgaard from Garden State and Green Lantern. That was a big project. Obviously, not a huge love for that film, but he's actually her husband, Maggie Gyllenhaal's husband. So good actor aside. It wasn't like he was like just sleeping with the director.
Yeah, no, he is a good
Annette Bening, fresh off of... is it Naiad? She played a swimmer as a Netflix movie based off a true story, and she got nominated for an Oscar for that. Sure. And American Beauty, which I need to revisit. I haven't seen that for a long time. That was
a great movie.
It was a good movie. It was. So yeah, this comes out October 3rd, 2025. So it's gonna be a bit, but
okay.
It looks good. I think I'm down for. I love Frankenstein. I love all that mythos, and I love.
I'm glad to see
play with it.
I'm glad to see Bale kind of stepping out of his comfort zone, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Like that was...
Right. Yeah, this is CG heavy, which I don't know if he's, bless you, I don't know if he's ever done something CG heavy like this, with all the makeup and stuff, but yeah.
But he's known, he's kind of that method actor.
Yeah.
I mean, when he did Machinist.
Oh my God.
Dude, that was scary watching that, man.
He went all in on it.
Scary.
Yeah.
So he's the kind of guy that I think if you really want some kind of
he's a chameleon, really. Like, I mean, he can fit in whatever role you put him in.
Literally, yeah. He bulked so quickly up to be Batman. Like, he actually put on
too much weight.
Yeah.
And then he had to shred down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He recited his friend saying, "Bloody hell, Chris, it's Batman, not Fat Man."
No, I think he did the opposite. Then he started with the Machinist and went to...
He did. But
he got so bulky
to
play Bruce Wayne that like when they got there, they're like, no, you're too big.
Yeah, we got to get leaning down.
So he's got to, he had to kind of lean out a little bit.
Which is why like Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, he's like a lot different. He's not as big. He's more lean.
He's more lean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
CinemaCon 2024 just happened. This is a annual movie theater convention. I'd love to go to it. You just have to own a theater.
Vegas or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it's in every spring in Vegas. So this year was at Caesar's Palace. I don't know if it's always there or not. But of course, movie studios present their new trailers and footage to all the theater owners.
Oh God, that'd be phenomenal!
I know, right? And you probably get free merch, but it's a goal to get the theater owners excited. Like, this is what's coming. It's all good, And of course, they're still trying to recover from the pandemic and everything. Attendance is kind of
from the writer's strike too. Probably,
yeah. Of course, that took a toll too. Of course. All the big studios presented. This is just some of the stuff they presented. Otherwise, we'd be here all day. But Disney, of course, has Deadpool and Wolverine. And there was some merch revealed. Was kind of spoiled, but it's fine. Of Hugh Jackman on like a cup and he had the mask on, the Wolverine mask on. So we're getting that for sure. Which
I hope it's more than just like okay, you've seen it.
Yeah, satisfied.
Yeah.
Give us one action sequence at least with him in it. Like,
I'm game that if he puts it on when he's fighting and takes it off when
yeah, absolutely.
It'll probably get damaged like Tobey Maguire style, and they'll have to rip
they
it
even
off
did that. They even did that, and even in the X-Men original show.
Yeah,
animated show. Like he would take it off and have conversations.
I'm excited to see like his teeth expression when he's pissed with the white eye. Oh God, dude, I'm so pumped.
As long as he doesn't have a mask that has like the tech wipe.
Oh, the nano shit. Yeah. They also shared 9 minutes of footage, I guess, of Deadpool Wolverine. And this was funny. Kevin Feige was saying the team of Reynolds and Jackman, he said fucking awesome. Which is like, wow. Definitely living up to the Deadpool way of doing things.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm psyched. This comes out July 26th this year. So
it'd be a massive movie if they don't F it up.
I don't think they will. I don't know. I feel like there's so much riding on it, and I think they'll deliver. I hope.
I think they'll have to.
It's going to be its own thing too. I feel.
Behind the scenes, they've been arguing a lot. Is what I heard.
I don't think
possible.
I mean, there's a lot of it to the first two.
Yeah.
But the first two, Ryan Reynolds had a lot of input on it.
Right. Now you have the MCU who owns
That's what I'm saying.
So no, I get it. Yeah.
So they've been arguing a lot. And so like Ryan and Hugh Jackman, this is just information I gathered.
Yeah. It's possible.
They both were signed on to do other projects.
Yeah.
For Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And they backed out of those projects.
Oh.
Because there's things that Disney wanted them to address.
Yeah.
Maybe identity-wise or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, this is my formula, basically.
Yep.
This works.
This is what you
bought. I know what I'm doing here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
just like Star Wars, this is what you bought. Don't fuck it up.
They were going to put a female Wolverine in there.
Were they?
Yeah, they were going to put X-24 or what? Or no, X-23. I mean,
which exists in Logan. Like I'd love to have her come back, but but
make her
the Wolverine,
the Wolverine instead of Hugh.
Like it's a different like universe.
More like cameo Hugh,
right?
Based off the information. I don't know.
I see.
My understanding.
I mean, the storyline, the way it's set up, you could get away with that easily because there's like multi-dimensional timelines and all this shit.
We want to see Hugh Jackman.
I want to see her too, but I want her to be what she was, her own thing.
Yeah,
and she was badass. And it's too bad that Logan kind of was like a bookend type of movie and they couldn't really do anything with her. Because man, she's still great, but she's grown up now. She's not that kid anymore.
She was basically his daughter.
But she's such a badass. That was a good film.
And I dig that character. It's not about her. It's just
I get it. Yeah, we want Wolverine
service.
because there's always been that tension between those characters.
And then have Hugh Jackman,
right,
and Deadpool. Well, that Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Working together again. Because remember, they did it in Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, not Logan, Wolverine.
Yeah.
And so...
and they made fun of it.
But they messed up on Deadpool in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Because it was like...
It's a perfect payoff for the final Deadpool, if this is the final Deadpool, because he's always allured to Jackman, like... He's on the... Remember when he showed Vanessa's face? He had the Wolverine staple to his face. Yeah. And then they did the Logan... in Deadpool 2, they did the Logan wind-up thing or something of him dying on the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one, man.
Yeah.
They hooked him up. Oh, the worst thing I would say about that, though, they did the one thing you don't do to Deadpool.
What's that?
They sewed his mouth up.
Oh, yeah, and the origins, yeah.
That still eats me alive.
But then he shot him in the head in Deadpool 2, so it all worked out.
I wonder how much of that was just a joke and how much of that is actually like...
Yeah.
Well, I think that's actually going to come into it because he does get taken in by the TVA.
Yeah, yep.
So, we'll see.
And perhaps we're going to get a popcorn bucket like Dune. They teased. Yeah.
Is it going to look vaguely sexual?
I'm sure it will, yeah.
Nice.
I think I don't know if this is a real image. Like, I don't know if it's fan art. Fan art's so good anymore, but apparently there's like a drawn up version of Deadpool and a Wolverine, and it's their mouth as a hole. It's a box, and their mouth's got a hole, so that's where the popcorn comes in. Yeah. So it might be real. I don't know, but those will be sold out. Which, God. Side note, AMC again has proven how stupid they run things. They said if they knew the Dune popcorn bucket was going to be this big kind of controversial a hit, basically, they wouldn't have made it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
well, of course not, because that would have made them money, and they're allergic to making money.
Right.
I'm not a very smart company.
Also, Disney presented Captain America: Brave New World, which stars Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford. See
the stills of Harrison Ford.
That was another link I put in this. I forgot
to you guys. Red Hulk.
Well, I think that's what's going to happen. I think, of course, Harrison Ford, he took over the role from William Hurt, who passed away. He has no mustache, which I don't know if I like that, because to me, it just looks like Harrison Ford. It's like, commit, man.
All of the not Everett, that's a different one. Thaddeus Ross character, all the portrayals of him have had a mustache.
Yeah, but he's president in this, so perhaps his team was like, "You need to shave your facial hair to be more presentable."
That could be.
Maybe I don't know. But to me, it's kind of like Ford didn't want to commit.
I mean, they may be playing off the variant thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
I
don't know.
I'm the same way with this too. Captain America should be Steve Rogers.
Right. Yeah.
I want to see Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Falcon could have a Falcon movie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Falcon could be Falcon.
Yeah. Well, and Bucky's not going to even be in this. I thought he was, but of course they had
he's going to be in Thunderbolts though.
Yes, which I think that's going to be fun. I
think it'll be
great.
I love the duo of Sam and Bucky.
Yeah.
But
we
got enough of that.
Maybe, we need to miss it a little bit more. Yeah. And then they'll come back, I'm sure. But there was some stills shown. Some footage was shown. Ross wants Wilson to get the Avengers back together, basically. This movie's kind of been plagued with some issues. A lot of rumors, so who knows. But, of course, the writer's strike didn't help any of these matters. But this is due to come out February 14th, 2025. So the stills look pretty good. I mean, they're just two stills, but I hope we get Red Hulk. That would be very interesting. But
I could see Red Hulk coming in for Secret Wars.
Yeah, which I think they're working on that too, I believe. So, and then we have Armor Wars, which is now going to be a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, who previously Universal owned the Incredible Hulk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Now, I'm just curious, did they own all of the Hulk members? Like,
no.
Did they own Red Hulk? Or they just owned Green Hulk?
I think
they
an Abomination.
I don't even know how old Red Hulk is, that whole concept. Is that pretty
new? It's old enough.
Not an old one. It's not an old concept.
Right. The whole Universal deal.
It's at least 15 years old.
But it's kind of like saying, we own Bruce Wayne, but we don't own Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
I would think they'd probably
would
have had like the leader, and they would have had...
Right, which the leader is going to
be in this one.
Yeah, the leader is in this one. So, it's what's his face reprising his role from and Liv Tyler too from the Incredible Hulk. They're both back. I like that. They're further connecting everything because that movie does exist, and a lot of fans probably don't want it to because I mean it's got its own little
It exists in that kind of ambiguous. Is it MCU or is it not?
Right. But I accept it because it came out after Iron Man, and
now it wasn't released under Marvel.
No, it was Universal. Yeah, and actually, Marvel was released through Paramount until I think after the Avengers movie came out. Then Disney.
Yeah, that's right. Because Iron Man was released under Paramount.
Yeah.
They were saying, I saw like a video on this too, and they were saying that it's meant to be taken serious, kind of like Winter Soldier was.
Yeah, which it worked. So do that.
I love
with those kind of characters.
Yeah.
Like when you have like Steve Rogers, or you have like Bucky, or you have Sam.
Yeah,
I think their universe or their storylines, they can afford to be more serious. Is when you get into the CGI type characters, when you get into Guardians of the Galaxy type characters, you can be a little bit more silly with it. But like I loved Winter Soldier. I thought that was just a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just so happened to be.
It was like a thriller
Captain
from
America.
like the 70s type of premise. And you had
like
Robert Redford.
Like the espionage type
yeah.
of
Yeah,
feel
absolutely.
to it.
Yeah.
And it was realistic, like when he's holding the helicopter.
Yeah.
That's realistic on like something that I would expect Captain America to deal with and
that was the first movie that I actually got
espionage and stuff.
Exactly. I got tired from the action. I loved it, but I was so anxiety driven. Like, oh my god, that final scene. Like, it just brought it, and that's what you want out of a comic book film, And like we were talking about Wolverine, I want him to be fighting with that mask. Give us that shit, and then you can focus on the other aspects of things.
I think Ryan's about fan service, which is
Yeah, I think we're going to get a really cool movie out of that. Captain America, Brave New World. I hope it's good, man. I really do. Marvel's, they got to get themselves back on high grace, of things. Lionsgate, they presented Michael, which is an MJ biopic. It's directed by Anton Fuqua, who did Training Day and the Equalizer films. This is produced by Graham King, who did Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be good with that. Good.
Equalizer with Denzel?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yep. MJ actually is played by Jafar Jackson, which is MJ's nephew in real life. So, yeah, I don't know if it... Because, I did like Bohemian Rhapsody, but I know, like, his accuracy wasn't quite, like, true. Like, they basically mashed up all these great events in a way. Like,
it wasn't quite true, but it was very close.
Right. And I actually think it's refreshing for biopics to kind of maybe go off script a little bit. Yeah, like Elton John's, I didn't see his, but I know his was kind of like...
It was like a musical.
Yeah, like Weird Al, the way he did his, that was an extreme.
Meant to be a parody.
Right. But sometimes it's fun to do that stuff. It's like not an ordinary biopic because those are known to be serious. And if you want to exude like the personality, maybe sometimes it is fun to go into that fictional territory where...
What I loved about Bohemian Rhapsody, and to me it's like one that I can sit there and watch it over and over and love that movie.
Right.
But the casting they got for that movie was spot on with Queen.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it.
Well, in the original Freddie Mercury was what's his face? Talladega Nights. It was Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
He stepped away because he wanted it to be more a serious biopic, I guess. More
you
serious.
Didn't think people would take him serious?
Well, no, it wasn't that. Like it created differences. Basically, he wasn't on board. I think what he signed on for was like kind of a solo look at Freddie Mercury.
It was a solo Freddie Mercury,
and it became the whole band. And I think that's when he was. God,
did Rami Malek nail that role?
He nailed it.
He did, and we got his Oscar for it, man. Yeah. Mike Myers is in it, which was a fun little nod because Wayne's World like put them back on the map. Kind of.
Well, Mike Myers is British. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, he's born in England, and I think grew up in Canada, and so I was happy to see him. It's funny how he makes appearances in ththese acclaimed films, like remember Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, that was good.
I think a lot of that is him just like not trying to be typecast
because I think he
was like that.
He did Studio 54.
Yeah, that was something pretty serious. That was that post Austin Powers, I think it was, maybe.
I believe so.
Yeah, that was a serious part.
Yeah, he was really like the guy that I forget the guy's name.
He was the owner of the studio, right? Yeah.
So he nailed it.
Yeah, that was serious. Ballerina was, I think a trailer was shown or some footage for sure. Ana de Armas, who of course is in Blade 2049, Knives Out, No Time to Die, and Blonde. She plays Rooney, which is a ballerina seeking revenge against her family's killers.
She's
this is a John Wick.
Too.
Yeah. John Wick.
I feel like I've said that like about everybody we talked about, but she's really good.
I think Keanu makes an appearance in the trailer or footage. I didn't quite get it down to exactly what was shown. But yeah, that comes out June 6, 2025. So yeah, I think the chapter 3, they touched upon the ballerina mythos of John Wick. Yeah, that was cool. So that like, we were talking about Terminator, like that's the way to do it. Like go these other directions.
Go a different direction. Yeah, make your own. Use that universe and make something new out of it.
That's badass for a ballerina to be an assassin. Like that's fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
dance, entertain you, and the next thing you know, you're dead.
Worked in Black Widow.
Yeah, exactly. I bought the Jennifer Lawrence movie she did. Was it Red Sparrow or what was it called? It was just like, it was basically like
Elektra.
No, Jennifer Lawrence.
She played Elektra.
Huh?
No,
that's Jennifer Gardner.
Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence
did a movie. You know what I'm talking about? It's basically like what Black Widow should have been. It's like identical, except it's serious as hell. It's not
Hunter Games.
I forgot what it's called. Again, right down here. I got work to do.
I need to have IMDb pulled up over here so we can just look stuff up.
I know. We should do that.
I can be your guy in the chair, Josh.
Yeah, I'm just blanking. It's not good. Age is not kind. Paramount, they showcased Gladiator 2, which follows Lucius, the son of Maximus's love from the first movie. This is, of course, after Maximus dies. I don't know if it's, I think it's like a couple decades after, so the kid can grow up and all that. This will be directed by Ridley Scott.
He was meant to be his son?
What's that?
That was Maximus' son?
It's the Queen's, Joaquin Phoenix's sister's son.
Right. But I'm saying that was supposed to be Maximus's son too?
No.
Oh, I was like, wow.
It was his love's son. So yeah. I don't think they got intimate before he died. So that would have been.
No.
Because she was putting the moves on him.
Oh yeah. There was there's tension there.
Between the two of them.
Yeah.
So they may have reference to like his husband passing away and him being like, oh, I'm sorry about that.
Right. So yeah, this will be directed by Ridley Scott again. Sequel to the 2000 Best Picture win, Gladiator, which starred Russell Crowe. Cast is Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, and Denzel Washington, which I heard he's a villain. So interesting.
He plays an interesting villain. Usually,
he does.
I hope this is good, man. I'm just kind of like, I think we've already done all we can do with the Gladiator story.
I don't remember ever watching Gladiator and being like, man, I hope they make a second one.
Yeah, like 24 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It would be more interesting if they zombified Maximus and then brought him back.
Bring him back. Like, do you imagine Russell Crowe trying to play Maximus now? Be like,
oh, Jesus.
Fat Maximus.
With a bag of Cheetos. Which is funny because...
Are you not entertained?
Well, what's funny is when he did Gladiator, he just came off of the Inside Man, which he played the whistleblower for the cigarette industry. The guy was a heavy guy, so he put on weight, and then he got in shape for Gladiator. So, it's funny. He's still making some pretty good films, and he's doing good work still. He actually was... I think when they were filming Gladiator, it was like across the way from where he was filming something. He never did go to the set or anything like that, but that's just kind of funny how they were coexisting, obviously can't bring him back. He won't look the same or anything like that, but yeah, that comes out November 22nd this year. So yeah, Thanksgiving-ish, right? Transformers 1. This was unique because we just got the trailer premiere. I think it was Thursday, maybe, or Friday. They actually launched this thing in space, and it premiered the trailer in space, basically.
Off the.
It was it looked kind of like a drone, but it had a balloon, on top, and it would just bring it clear up, and it had a screen on the side of it, and it kind of just you'll have to check it out. It was interesting. It wasn't exactly you're watching it in space. They transitioned it to a
Goodyear blimp type thing.
No, I don't know. It's hard to explain. No, it looked basically like a drone. The camera, from what we could see from the camera, is like a giant drone.
Okay.
And then what got it up there was this big balloon, and so eventually that balloon was going to pop and it would drop. So that's how they were doing their launch of the trailer. It was like a countdown. So it was pretty cool. I watched it live. So. Obviously I didn't watch the entire thing. It was 30 minutes until, and I set a timer and I came back to it and then watched it. But at first I was nervous because this trailer looked very animated, animated. And although, they usually are animated, but it's more like a realistic animation. They could stand by a person and it would look But this one didn't. I was like, ugh. I didn't know it was animated.
Entertaining though, man.
Yeah,
I watched it and I was like impressed with it. It seems like okay, we're kind of addressing younger people, but people who are that are older, that are into the nostalgia of it.
Yeah, it's like before they were something basically,
and that looks like Optimus Prime and Megatron when they're young.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's a whole brand new mythos on their origins.
Trust me, I know Cybertron.
Okay, well then
wars and all that.
But has this ever been like established?
His name is, if he's not Optimus Prime yet, he should be Orion.
Yes, he is. Orion Pax.
Orion Pax.
Yes,
and then Alpha Tran 1 or whoever should be playing in that too. And Megatron.
Lawrence Fishburne plays him.
Who plays Megatron?
No, it plays Alpha Trion.
Alpha Trion. Yep. See, like I used to be big in the Transformers.
Yeah.
Now Megatron, he actually is not a bad dude per se. Him, the only thing I didn't see in the trailer is Ultra Magnus. So it's almost like him, Orion, and Ultra Magnus. They were all three homies.
Yeah. So the cast is Scarlett.
They probably got RC in there.
Scarlett Johansson is Alita.
Okay. Alita was the previous. She predates RC.
Okay. Yep. Chris Hemsworth is Orion Pax, aka Optimus Prime. Brian Tyree Henry is D16, aka Megatron.
Yeah,
that's what they're calling him. John Hamm's playing Sentinel Prime. Lawrence Fishburne is Alpha Trion, and Keegan Michael Key is B127. So
he's not Bumblebee, is he?
I don't know.
Bumblebee's
maybe
much younger.
I'm not sure, but yeah, this is an origin story between Optimus Prime and Megatron. Before they were sworn enemies, they were friends, bonded like brothers, and of course they changed the fate of Cybertron.
Megatron becomes
asshole,
a Gloria. He becomes like a gladiator.
Okay, yeah. And this is all about them getting their powers, I think, right?
Well,
towards the end, they transform into
upgrades.
Yeah.
So like, Orion is a part of a kind of like a brotherhood. Like it's like a lineage. Like you're a prime.
Yeah.
You know, so not anyone can just become a prime.
Right.
So like in the original animated movie, it was Hot Rod who became Rodimus Prime.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the primes are they all have the Matrix leadership.
Gotcha.
So not anyone can open it. That's why Ultra Magnus was trying to open one, but he's not meant to be a prime.
Gotcha.
He was never meant to be a prime. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Megatron story because Megatron, he actually got recruited by the Decepticons.
Oh.
The Decepticons became a resistance.
Yeah. Right.
You know, because prior to, they were kind of like the military.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the Autobots are kind of like privileged.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like the rich folks versus the poor folks. So the Decepticons actually have a bad rep.
Oh, okay.
Over time.
Right.
It begins, but out the gate, like, he got recruited by, I think, Soundwave, and a bunch of the Decepticons are starting off.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry, I can go deeper.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, man, imagine if Jonah was here too. Holy shit, he'd just be there.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad we have a Transformer fan here because I was like, oh, Jonah would love to be on this probably. I think he thought the trailer was okay. I don't remember, but yeah, he's a huge Transformers fan.
He might not like the childness.
I mean that's kind of something that's. I mean, I get they're probably trying to get the kids right.
Yeah, they got some humor in it, and I can tell, and it's not meant to be like taken totally 100% serious,
right?
But the animation works, and I was like, I was still intrigued. I watched the whole trailer because I'm the kind of guy like I'll start watching it, and halfway there I'm like, I'm definitely not going to see that. Or
right?
I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm killing brain cells. Or where I was watching the whole thing, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind taking my niece or nephew to that.
Right.
You know, see,
that's cool.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm entertained by it too. I want to see how they do it.
Well, I'm glad this actually has like history. Like I thought it was brand new to the table, but that's great. I'm glad.
My younger brother didn't believe me, and then he got into the Cybertronian Wars because the series that's on Netflix.
Oh, sure. Yep.
They go back.
Yep.
You gotta understand these characters.
I saw first season of that.
Yeah, all these characters are millions of years old.
Right.
Like when they fall and crash on Earth.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime is a few million years old.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. Wow. All of these characters are millions of years old.
Right.
So they've been around for a hot minute.
Yep. For sure.
And they're considered young.
Right.
Or middle age.
Right. Which is,
give or take, you know. Like they have a character named Cup. And Cup is considered like a fossil. So Cup is probably pushing like 60 million or something.
He's like, kill me.
He's a different character, you know. So like,
right.
So they're all like,
sure,
their experiences and stuff like that. So that's why, but they like rested here on Earth,
right,
for a few million years, before they woke up,
right,
and when our technology got developed.
A lot of history there. So we're kind of in the 80s. Of properties. So Universal brought out The Fall Guy and showed the whole movie. This stars Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. It's a big screen loose adaptation of the 80s TV show which starred Lee Majors of the same name. This is due out May 3rd, 2024.
The Fall Guy.
It looks fun. This
Wasn't
new one looks fun.
Wasn't he the Bionic Man prior to that?
He was. Yes.
Okay, I know exactly who he is.
Yep, he was. It looks fun. I'm actually thinking this could be something. I think it might be on IMAX of all things. Yeah. So I like the angle they're doing. I think it's I think the people in charge are
The Fall Guy.
Yeah,
I remember
it's like a stunt man.
Yeah, he's a stunt man, and he runs into like I don't know if he's not a private eye, but he gets hired to do other things, and that's kind of like Brad Pitt and
he's like a singular A-team type.
Yeah, exactly. And he has to do stunts to
get out Samaritan.
Yeah. And there's they got the truck in it and everything.
So this movie actually set a Guinness World Record for the most end-over-end car flips.
Really?
Done in a stunt.
This movie coming up, The Fall Guy?
Yeah.
Like not end over, like front end over back end, but like side to side, like whatever they call it, cannon roll, barrel roll.
Yep.
Whatever it is. But they did it like with somebody in it.
Wow.
Actually, they flipped it 8 times.
Wow.
And that's a new record, apparently.
Wow. That's insane. Yeah, it looks great. The way it's shot and everything. It's got a huge cast in it. So I'm psyched. I never would have thought you could take a 80s TV show like The Fall Guy and make it this big. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a big blockbuster movie. It's a summer movie, so it's coming out very soon. Let's see, May 3rd. I said, yep. Warner Brothers, they presented Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. It's a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, which introduced Charlize Theron as Furiosa. This takes place, I think, maybe 20 years or so before Fury Road. Anna Taylor-Joy is now playing that part, and you got Chris Hemsworth as the bad guy. He's got like a different nose on, so it doesn't quite look like him, but it does. It's cool. He's a villain.
Less handsome.
Yeah, he's still handsome though. Yeah. Allegedly. I mean. Anyway.
Not that Josh would know anything.
No, I wouldn't. No. Don't look at my calendar in the bathroom. So yeah, they shared 15 minutes.
It gets us going.
They shared a 15-minute action sequence. Sorry. It took. I'm sorry, they didn't show this. This is what happened. There is a 15-minute action sequence in the film. And it actually took them 78 days to shoot it. So this film looks gorgeous. It's just, I hope it's good.
It's anything like Fury Road, I'm down.
Dude, that was kind of a shock. I remember I saw it with Al, who was like one of the original Field of Geeks members, and my other friend. And after the movie, I think we were almost outside for an hour talking about it because we just were like, what the hell is this? Like, didn't expect it to be this grand, and definitely a different type of Mad Max movie.
Well, it sounds like they're kind of veering off into the direction we were suggesting out the gate. It's not just about Max,
right?
There's other,
because everyone loved this character, Furiosa. Yeah, and they definitely are playing into what was established. You know, she was like taken from her tribe, sort of. You could say, it looks great. I'm pumped. I hope it's good. May 24th, so it's going to be here very soon. Yeah, I hope it's at least it will be nice to look at if it's not written well, you know.
I'm sure it'll be written fine.
Yeah. No, but it looks amazing, and it looks grand, just like Fury Road. So, I mean, it's been 10 years almost. Shortly after Fury Road, we started this podcast, and that's one of our first movie commentaries. We did the Fury Road. We didn't pick it apart. We honored it, you know. I think now we kind of get into that.
2017?
2015. Yeah, so that's out there too if you guys want to check that out on our YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, because I came here in 2016, so
yeah,
I met you shortly after.
Yeah, man. It's all coming together. There's all kinds of history here. Full circle. I love it.
Everything moves in a circular,
like a donut.
Circles.
Joker, Folie à Deux. That was trailer was shown, I think there. I think it looks great. I'm psyched for it. I know.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm liking the trailer so far.
But here's the thing though, like, okay, so I watched a breakdown of the trailer. I don't know what's real and what isn't in this movie because he imagined a girlfriend in the first one, right? And then at the end of the movie, a lot of people still think, did this shit even happen?
But the girl is real.
He didn't imagine
the girl's real.
Her.
Well,
she's real. He imagined
a relationship.
A
relationship. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Harley Quinn he originally meets in.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's true. This whole musical aspect, though, I think
that's going to kind of like take place in his mind. Or
yeah, I do too because
they're gonna have a shared delusion or something like that.
Yeah, because there's
that's what made me scared was the musical aspect of it because I was like,
yeah,
they're not original songs at least from the trailer. These are not original songs, so they're like hit songs, which makes it better, I think. But of course, you know, we get Harley Quinn, who it appears they're totally changing up her character. Like she is actually a patient, not a doctor. Maybe she is a doctor and she became one. And then, who knows if their relationship even becomes real? Like, I don't know. From watching the trailer, it's like, I don't know what's in his head and what isn't in his head, you know?
Well, I mean, I think Lady Gaga is perfect.
Oh, I do too. I do too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They met. Yeah. They match.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Great casting.
You wouldn't want Margot Robbie for it.
No.
Like it doesn't balance.
No, it was great.
His kind of
great
Joker,
casting. Great casting. They both got that.
I just don't. I'm still lost in the story. I'm the guy that digs too deep in it because he's not. He can't be the Joker.
Right. Well, and I think that's kind of in the end. I don't think they're really trying to say. They're basically saying he could have been like an inspiration for the Joker.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah,
it has to be.
You're right.
Well, I mean, you look at Batman. It's like Batman's a symbol.
Yeah.
Well, no,
like the Joker's like the symbol for the mad,
for chaos
kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying just in the first movie, first movie, Bruce Wayne is 10.
Yeah,
11 years old.
Exactly. So what is he going to fight?
Yeah, and Joker maybe
80?
when he's like, because Joaquin Phoenix's character could easily be in his 40s.
Yeah.
And so like
that was a problem with Gotham. They introduced all these Batman villains, and it's like by the time Batman fights these guys, it's not gonna be impressive because
he's got to get to the League of Shadows.
They're all senior citizens.
He's got to get to the League of Shadows, learn how to become a freaking ninja before he can even imagine to do it. So that's why the balance of it, like that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, yeah, and I think the music aspect could be like maybe it's a type of therapy his character goes under. There's a lot of set pieces showcased in the trailer. You got them dancing on top of like Hotel Arkham. There's like a talk show setting, which is like Robert De Niro's character's talk show. There's a jazzy nightclub. There's a wedding. There's even a courtroom where, you know, it's like there's like background set pieces of people like, you know, so I think that aspect is like the musical part. I think I think they're gonna do something cool with all this. I don't think it's gonna be a clusterfuck. I don't know. I feel like they've upped their game.
I'll definitely go see it.
Right.
I mean, oh yeah.
Right.
Anything Joker related is like my favorite villain.
The smile shot was great.
Yeah. Like
she drew on the glass.
Timing and the placement, that was genius.
I wonder how long it took for them to just probably get that scene down. It was perfect.
He smiled at the right moment.
Yeah. It was perfect.
Her drawing it the right way.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a sequel, of course, to 2019's Joker, which won Phoenix the Best Actor award. Previously, Heath Ledger won for the same role. So yeah, cast, of course, Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, Zazie Beetz is actually in this sucker, which I was like, oh, she's back. I didn't know that. So yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, she's great as Domino, which sucks because I don't think she's going to be in the new Deadpool. Yeah. But she was awesome. She was awesome. This is directed by Todd Phillips again.
If she's lucky, she'll be in it.
Yes, that'd be nice. Yeah, right. Well, no, yeah, I get you. Yeah, dad joke. No, that was good though. I'm gonna save that. My kids won't even know who that is though. That's the problem. I'll use that and they're like, whatever. Like everything else. The director did say it's not directly. He didn't say directly it's a musical, but he said it will all make sense when you see it, which I think is true. It will also play on IMAX 70 millimeter, so that's something. I think I did see the first one on IMAX, so
I think I
not a stretch, too. Not a stretch there.
Movie I saw on IMAX was Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, that was good. That was a movie for IMAX, so you chose wisely.
I don't think of this as an IMAX movie, but
no.
The riot in the street.
Yeah.
Scene, hopefully I'm not giving away the movie, but there is a riot scene they showed in the trailer.
Oh, and there's more riots in this one too.
Yeah, but the riot in the street.
Yeah.
Like seeing that IMAX.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
it played a big part.
Yeah.
And you get to see certain things go down.
Yeah. Oh, tension was high when he's on the talk show.
I don't want to throw any spoilers.
Because I think I knew it was coming.
But I think you should be able to see this
spoiled
movie
or something. Yeah.
You can go and see Joker now, guys.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Where they show
for a bit.
Why are you waiting? Come on.
Yeah, they show the Waynes situation.
Which that's fascinating. Like, they're brothers? Like, you think so?
That actually is from the comic books.
Really?
Yeah, there's a storyline where
that's crazy.
It's believed that they are siblings.
Really?
But they didn't give them this vast age gap.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yep.
You know, like Thomas Wayne's illegitimate.
Yeah. Right.
Deal. And so.
Yeah.
That's why they kind of match up on certain things, because they kind of the opposite of that genius, that intelligence.
Exactly. Like a battery. Yep. Positive, negative. Yep. This will be out October 4th. So that's great timing. Halloween season. So that's exciting. That's great. Then the final presentation from the CinemaCon, Focus Features had Nosferatu. So yeah, it's a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. This is based off the 1922 unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula by F.W. Murnau, and the cast is Aaron Taylor Johnson, Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe, and Lily Rose Depp. Directed by Robert Eggers, who did The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman. So this comes out December 25th, 2024. So, man, I dig that. A little vampire action. It's got, remember when William Dafoe made the vampire movie? Played the actor who played the first vampire on screen, basically.
Yeah.
I remember that came out. God, I think that came out in 2000 or so. But it's funny that he's in this movie now, and it's like actually the character, not the behind the scenes take on the character. But yeah, there's like a cool shot of Lily Rose Depp, who's Johnny Depp's daughter, in case you didn't know. Her reaction to like this shadow of the hand. It was really, really cool. So
Side note, when is that guy ever gonna play Joker?
That ship sailed, man. There's so much fan art though. At least you got.
They have an older version of Joker with the receding hairline, and
I mean, you never know.
He can play an older version of him against like an older Like he could be he could have been the Ben Affleck's Joker.
You never know.
That's the older.
Maybe someday they'll do a what if or something.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
I know we're talking about a different movie.
This will be out close to Christmas, so yeah, I think a lot of great things are coming, man. I like the timings of some of these releases. It's perfect. So, reviews and recommendations. Then we're out of here. X-Men '97. This piece of shit.
Absolutely.
I'm kidding.
God, was terrible.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I've been debating watching it.
Do it.
But then I saw like a clip.
Yeah.
Where they're showing like Cyclops jumping from a plane or something.
Oh, and
and he has the freaking superhero landing.
Yeah.
With his eye beams. I'm like, okay. Yeah. And they have another one with Gambit.
Yep.
And I'm just like, okay.
Yep.
You guys are coming out swinging it. Okay, let's do this.
Yep.
So I'll watch it. Now I'm gonna watch it because for a while there I was just like, oh, they're gonna miss it.
Oh man, it's good. No, Check it out.
I saw Rogue lost her curves.
She don't got the dumpy anymore. Sorry.
Which is rude.
Deflated.
But
you guys understand, like in '97, that's all we had. We didn't have access to things that you guys have access to.
We had
our younger viewers.
We had the X-Men Marvel swimsuit edition.
We had
like Psylocke with two strips of clothing.
We had to grind. We had to work to fulfill certain needs.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a safe search away.
Yeah,
we had to lock the door.
Yeah,
no incognito windows.
What you doing in there?
Studying,
of course.
Very aggressively studying.
Stay out, please. Stay out the room.
Yeah. Oh God, it's phenomenal.
So
yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I started watching it. I think I watched maybe 2 episodes, and then of course Facebook and stuff was starting to spoil some stuff. So episode 5, just be prepared. I'm not telling you anything else, but I was like, fuck, I better get on all this shit and get caught up. So that was an episode.
That was brutal.
Jesus.
Are they doing it week by week, or are they doing it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It felt 5 felt like a cliffhanger, like they weren't going to have any more for a bit, and I thought, God, that's the way to do it. But then we had episode 6 come out. This
is smart because here's what's happening. I read an article about Invincible. I know it's not the same show.
Yeah,
but one of the things that hurt Invincible, they're saying with ratings, is they took so much time with season 2 that people started forgetting.
Yeah,
like we're waiting. I was waiting.
Yeah.
They finally got through it.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess they realized that is what I...
Yeah.
They did, with that, they did, 4 episodes, and then they had a break in them, right?
Right, they did, because then they had, a special with Adam Eve.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That you could watch, right? And so then that's just kind of like an origin story.
Yeah.
And actually, for people who are into... identity politics, we'll say, that is very well done for a female character. Her rise to gaining her powers, her history, like her relationship with her friends and her family, like they nailed it. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, that's how you write a good female character. If I'm gonna lock it down into that,
right.
I just thought it was great. I was like, everything's believable. You sold me on her. Now I know what her struggles are. I think that a lot of times with characters like that, like female characters, they'll just make them OP. They'll make them OP out the gate and it's just cuz. Yeah. You know, she deserves
because
it.
That's the way she was written.
Yeah, she's born that way. She's great. Instead of okay, she went through ups and downs. That's why we get behind Ripley. That's why we get behind, Sarah Connor. Because we knew Sarah Connor out the gate as this sweetheart.
Right.
Who lived with her friend. Yep. And she was just a regular...
Life happened.
Yeah. And she meets some guy from the future that tells them that her child is the savior of humanity. What? Yep. So we see her plight.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. But... I'm not trying to get off something.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All I'm saying is that was very well written.
Yep.
And so, I just like the idea that you're saying that they're showing it consecutively, at least week by week.
Yes.
Whereas Invincible, they took some time off.
Yeah.
And then, they have a new episode up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see any announcements or anything.
Right.
I started to forget about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. So
just keep me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, keep me in the loop, guys.
Yeah. What's funny is a lot of people are like, oh, it hasn't changed. Like, it's more crisper now, the new 97 show.
The animation style is way better.
Yes, especially if so I was curious the other night and I decided to watch the last episode of the original series. The animation quality dipped in that motherfucker.
It did, because bad. When the original one was ending, like half the staff left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they weren't
sure about the original
studio.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like sure like what the studio was doing, so
they cut corners.
They cut a lot of corners. It was like very
I mean, everyone's look was not good. Professor X's chair was like super small, and like it's funny because it's almost like they're ignoring those looks, because when this one starts, it's identical to the first episode of the original series to now. They like just kept those looks. Like, we're just going back to those.
Well, they said the reason why they used to do that in animation is because like a series like X-Men or Batman. Well, Batman did everything pristine.
Yeah,
they
did.
They revolutionized things like that. But those series that came out like that, they're signing on for 50 episodes.
Yeah.
They're signing on for X amount of episodes, so they're just taking templates of how we can mass produce this and understand the technology was different.
Right.
So very much
I'm trying to, we got to turn this out, because I was watching Gen 1. I've been watching a lot of Gen 1 Transformers recently, right? And I'm looking at, I'm like, that quality of artwork is trash.
Right.
The storyline keeps me involved because I'm a fan. I'm a childhood fan, but I'm like, you're not even trying, guys. It's like 2 trees, and now I got this giant robot walking through here, and like my little nephew can draw better than that. And you're not even trying, guys. Like, but then other scenes you'll see, like when you watch the movie, because I watched the movie again recently. I watch it annually. I don't know why, but I watched the movie recently, and there's like scenes where it's just like dialed in. You could tell.
Yeah.
Even though it's an old movie, if you watch it in like HD quality, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Of course.
It looks great. Akira's like that too.
Yeah.
So I just think this, like the old X-Men show, because I watched it. I think they had a point. Well, even out the gate, you know, like when Morth in the original one, I thought the artwork was kind of
Yeah, for its time, but
they did go back and polish it, because I remember when it first debuted on Fox Kids versus the versions I got on VHS. They kind of like focused out Magneto's powers more, and like you could see stuff clearer on the TV screen. So like once they went and put it onto home video, they went back and kind of refreshed it a little bit. This is like beyond amazing quality.
Yeah, it's 4K. I mean, it's
no, everything I've seen just looks really good and pristine.
Yeah,
and I just thought I just thought it was going to be this big agenda filled thing, because the X-Men is that group.
Yeah, right.
If you're going to do it with any book, any group of of Marvel characters, they are that group that you would do that with.
Right. Makes sense.
They're literally about discrimination.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's like the legacy virus was originally a allegory to the AIDS epidemic.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, said, it comes from mutants.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Well, there was an old common belief that the inspiration for Stan Lee was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But that came out to be not true.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Oh, didn't know.
It just came around the same time period.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Like Magneto's Malcolm X and Professor X was.
And so and that was the template of it. It originally came from a storyline called Children of the Atom, ATO.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's where a lot.
And then they became X-Men because he said his original reason for writing or creating the X-Men was because he got tired of making origins for how these people get powers, how his characters get powers. He said, "Oh, there's an X gene.
They're born with it."
There you go. I don't have to give you
they don't get bit by a spider or anything like that.
Just right. And I get it. Like if you want to make 50, 60 characters,
sure,
and you're like, well, they got a special gene. It's their DNA.
Right.
All right. Their DNA interprets this way, and theirs goes this way.
Right.
And so that made more. He was just a little cheat code. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, but definitely check out 97. It's great.
I'm going to.
It's
now.
awesome.
I mean, I'll probably go home.
Especially if you were a fan of the original series.
Sure.
They do not. There's no what am I trying to say? There's a lot of consistency with it. Like they call back to a lot of older episodes, and even the intro animation, like it changes every week, so don't skip it. But even that is crisper. They bring bring out more detail to it. It's really cool.
Did it keep a similar score?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay, I'm game. And my brother said something to me about it, and my brother will watch. Pretty much, he's more open than I am. He'll just give it a chance,
right?
And I'll be like, "Yeah, I don't like how that works." He went and saw Eternals.
Oh yeah.
I've still yet to see it.
Yeah, it's Well, Marvel doesn't really acknowledge its existence anymore. It's never things that happen in that movie are not referred to anymore throughout anything. It seems
Easter eggs.
There's 3 or 4 things. No, it's 5 things. I'm not counting. If I count movies, it's probably 3 movies I've never seen.
Right.
I've never seen Captain Marvel. I haven't seen the Eternals. I just haven't got around to seeing Ant-Man 3.
Sure. Yep.
And I don't know what other movie they got that I haven't seen, but usually I'll go and see it.
Right.
And then TV series, I haven't gotten a chance to watch Moon Knight. I was interested in watching.
Oh sure, yeah. No,
Moon Knight's really good.
Yeah, Moon Knight's
you
good.
Like it.
Yeah. No, it's
but I didn't watch Secret Wars, and I don't. I'm not motivated to.
Secret Invasion. Yeah.
Yeah, not Secret Wars. Secret Invasion.
No point.
No, don't bother.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing with Captain Marvel. I think I get the gist of it.
Yeah.
You're just some filler to get me from Infinity War, which I consider
she answers
possibly
the beeper.
to be the greatest comic book movie ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it answers the beeper question and how Nick Fury got his eye patch. That's about it.
Yeah, which was shitty as hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
cats.
Dude. Cat scratch.
Yeah.
Which he decided not to go to the hospital right away. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just got scratched by a fucking extraterrestrial cat.
Yeah.
Who knows what
let's
kind
have
of
dinner.
disease I have. Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Put a Band-Aid on it, get some Neosporin, you're good.
Put a eye patch on it.
And then apparently when those things are born, they know to swallow humans and keep them alive so they can get them off a space station.
Apparently so.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the Marvels.
Oh, and I haven't seen the Marvels either.
Sorry.
That's another movie. I'm not in a rush.
Well, Bill loved it, but no.
You know what? I'll see movies like this is kind of
still waiting for you to release a review.
Because I do watch every once in a blue moon. I'll go on Pluto TV or something.
Yeah.
So if it's on, sure.
Right.
It's one of those movies. If I'm in a hotel and I'm out
There's
of town,
nothing else on, and you just need something to fall asleep to.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. You guys went that right. Oh, got it. Great. Yeah. All right. Thanks for canceling some of my brain cells. Appreciate it.
Other recommendation I have real quick. Fallout. First 2 episodes in. Loving it. I'm not too familiar with the game, but
yes,
I think overall it's getting a good review from everybody. I think.
I'm 2 episodes in.
Yeah. And you haven't started yet, correct? Right?
I haven't seen it yet.
I think
it's worth it, guys.
I'll get it if you don't like it though, because you're very familiar with the game, right? So
I love the game.
Yeah. So I get when people are like,
Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4 are the ones I've played.
Yeah.
So
it's worth it, guys. Go and check it out.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. Quiet on the Set. This is a Max show docuseries about Nickelodeon in the 90s. Apparently, it was a cesspool for pedophiles and other fucked up shit around kids. So, if you don't want ruin your great memories of 90s shows through them. Although,
do you have any fond memories of a Nickelodeon show?
Yeah, don't watch it.
I like Double Dare.
Well, Double Dare.
They double crossed him though. Mark Summers.
Yeah,
they brought him on. Yeah, he thought he was just doing a Nickelodeon documentary interview, and they're like, "Hey, check this clip out." And he's like, And so I always thought that was like a joke when he said, "Cut the camera," but he was dead serious. Like he walked off and.
Oh, about this on this.
Yeah, but he had the intentions that it was to like kind of like glorify Nickelodeon. Yeah, right. And then they totally turned.
I mean, Mark Summers is kind of that gray area. I mean, his kids are temporary. Yeah. They're not actors.
Right.
You know, like they're competitors.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, he may be one of the few people who says, my experiences with Nickelodeon were great.
Right. And Kenan Thompson too. He didn't have any problems, but he's not denying these people did. You know, he was a lucky one.
Well, Kenan and Kel.
Yeah.
They were a part of a cast. I mean, some people just don't talk much about it.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Well, and the thing is, there was another cast member who...
That was All That, right? That was the name of their show.
Yes, that was their first show.
It's All That or something like that.
Basically, they felt that... I don't think they got... I mean, they got abuse, but it wasn't... I think certain minorities were kind of like not bothered with, you know, in this case, good reason, because they would have been, you know, like Drake Bell, poor Drake Bell. He was the big reveal in this show. I hate to spoil it for you, but
Drake Bell. Remind me what he was on.
Nick and Josh. He did.
Oh, I know he is. He
did a parody.
He's a thinner guy.
Yeah, redhead.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly.
His story is so painful. This fucker who abused him, he was like this weird character who handed out pickles through like fucking glory holes. It was fucked up. Like they were doing adult things, and even behind the scenes, their intentions were adult. Like they, the big guy,
Dan Schneider,
he had like porn on all the time on his computer.
That's
like,
the guy that really got
fat dude in Good Burger.
He did a lot.
He was like, ooh, yeah. And he was like on a 90s or late 80s, early 90s sitcom called Head of the Class. And so he was already an established actor, but he moved to... I remember him. Yep.
Yeah.
So
there's been a lot. He kind
of screams creep a little bit.
Oh, dude, if you see Better Off Dead, which I finally saw...
Visually.
He plays a creep in it. He's like this nerdy creep dude, and it's startling to watch now, knowing what you know.
No,
pretty much. Yeah, appears that way.
If the accusations are true, I don't know what's going on there. I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, the show is wild. It's not just like treatment of kids, but even like especially female staff members. Like they made them do.
He was
things.
like demanding, or not demanding, but he was asking female staff members for massages and all kinds of weird shit.
And wanted to like act like they're having an orgasm with a certain. Yeah.
I want to say this to one of my siblings, my older brother Jermaine, who's been featured on The Super Unknown before.
Yeah.
I told you. I told you. And he did give me a call with an apology.
Yeah.
So basically, so you guys know what I'm talking about. I used to be in a rock band, whatever. Sure. My band moved from Iowa to Los Angeles to make it. It was 6 of us in the band. My brother was like, you guys aren't trying hard enough. You need to, if you really want to get in it, you know. And I was like, you got to do certain things, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's 3 routes you can go, and 2 of the 3 routes require doing something you may not want to do.
Yes.
And the 3rd route is, hey, you're independent, figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
All right. And so after the whole, Cat Williams thing came out.
Yep.
And then, you know, exposing things, and then a lot of other people started exposing things.
Yep.
And then, you know, Epstein and Diddy now and whoever. Like, he kind of was like, okay, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been telling you.
Yeah.
And I was telling this back in 2015.
Wow.
2014. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
You got to do something. That couch thing is real.
Yeah.
It's real. And it just depends on what you're willing to do.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Especially with Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. Yep. Weinstein was a big one. Unfortunately, it seems like I'm not trying to deter anybody from their dreams or anything like that.
Yeah.
It seems like the more we've heard from child stars, the more it's exposed the industry.
Yeah.
And not just from people in the industry, but like even their parents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Recently, I listened to the audiobook of it, but Jeanette McCurdy, who was on iCarly, has a book that's called I'm Glad My Mom Died.
Yep.
And it's a few years old by now, I think, but man, does it give you some insight into just so many things and all of her struggles, and the struggles she had are not necessarily the struggles everyone else has had.
Yep.
In those circles, but there's a lot of shady shit going on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it's
so to all you dance moms out there, calm the fuck down.
I think the tide is changing though.
I hope
the standard on
scary, man. If it's all like that,
Hollywood is not there anymore. The mystique.
Well,
the younger people aren't growing up with movie stars; they're growing up with YouTube stars.
True.
And so, like, Hollywood doesn't have the same kind of influence it had when we were younger. All of us are late 30s and up.
Yeah.
So
Hollywood and celebrity status was an unattainable thing when we were.
It was
more mystique with it.
Blah blah blah. So like,
you didn't know their private lives either until now.
Yeah, because now we film everything.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But so I think the tide is changing. I think you're going to start to see a lot of studios pop up around the country.
I think Disney's next, man. They're gonna find some shit with them, I'm sure.
Disney's
so gangster.
Look at Britney Spears, man. And
Disney has a lot of skeletons in his closet, and it all starts with Walt.
That's what the number one thing they were saying with the Peltz thing was. They were not necessarily afraid of him coming in and taking over because he wasn't trying to get Iger's seat. He just wanted a seat at the table.
Yeah.
They were afraid. The belief is they were afraid he's going to expose other things that they're doing.
Yeah.
And he's going to be able to get access to that information.
Yeah.
So we're going to shut this down. Am I trying to like ruin anybody's childhood with this? But you dig deep enough, everyone's got a skeleton in their closet.
Oh, for
Every
sure.
single one,
for sure. I mean, you become that powerful. You feel like you're a god and you can do anything you want, and most people will play along with it.
It's encouraged.
You can afford.
No. It's encouraged. I went to a party with my band, and there was a couple bigwigs there, and so like my manager, she had told me. She had said in so many words. Like, no, she didn't tell me that. I apologize. It was another gentleman. And he's like, how old are you? And I was like, at the time, I was like, I'm 28.
Yeah.
He says, don't tell people that. And I was like, why not? He's like, tell them you're 22 and see how they react.
Oh, boy.
And I go, what? Now, the experimentation in it for me.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
If someone asked me, like, I did it for maybe like a week
or
two. I don't know, maybe a month. But I just was curious. I have no problem. I don't want to lie to people.
Yeah.
I just was curious.
Yeah.
So then the guy was like, how old are you? I was like, 22, turning 23. She's like, oh my God, man, you got your whole life ahead of you. You guys are out here to...
Yeah.
His whole reaction was different. I was 28. And I was still like...
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, right.
But I get it.
But
so
for that life, or that, for that.
Yeah, but he said to me, he's like, you're a rock star, man. Act like it.
Yeah.
These people should be doing what you... I'm like, that's not who I am, man.
Yeah.
I don't have any demand over other people. I don't want dominion over others.
Right.
And you have to wonder, too, how many people have been given that advice.
It's encouraged, man.
Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that's their attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm going to want something out of this, like whether it be networking, whether it be getting my name out of there. So I might as well walk in acting like a douchebag.
They want you
if they're expecting me to do that, I might as well be that.
Then you pass that knowledge on to someone else.
And it that's why they want you to do it.
Going. Yeah,
they want you to because not all.
It's like politics.
It's never all. It's never all.
It's a cascade effect.
But it's a majority of people that are in higher positions.
Yeah.
Because I was at a house party. And this guy, I kind of find out, he was a friend of mine. Kind of find out he's like big time executive, movie executive and producer. And he was just talking and blah, blah, blah. He says, guy comes up to you. He says, I'm going to put you in this movie. You're going to make this amount of money, but you have to do whatever I tell you. What do you do? I said, I'm not going to sign that without knowing what's going on. He's like, no. You fucking sign that.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said, you effing sign. You fucking sign.
Deal with the devil.
He's like, because that opportunity is never coming again.
Yeah.
And he was like on it, and I was just like, you guys really exist. Like the snake in the grass character that I just thought were only in movies.
Stick with me, kid. I'll make you famous.
Yeah. Those dudes.
The price of it?
They exist.
Yeah.
They really do exist.
Shit.
And like Los Angeles, for example, land of lost angels. That's what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah, right.
Is the best of the best.
Yeah.
And what they mean by that is, okay, usually people are the big fish in a little pond. I was the class valedictorian in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I was the head cheerleader in bumfuck South Dakota. I'm the best, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so you're the big fish and you go there with that energy.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, I'm just Nemo. There's freaking sharks, and whales, and dolphins, and people that'll swallow you whole. And so like everyone goes there thinking they're the baddest motherfucker on the planet because they were the best from where they were.
Right.
More than likely, I was a top actor. And I'm from some part in Wyoming or somewhere, wherever the hell they're from.
Right.
And so like, I just did not believe it. To me, it was like living there was like going to school. Yeah. Like reality school, like life school. Like how dark human beings can be. How greedy human beings can be.
Right.
Yeah. And I had no desire. I went there because I was the last to move. It was 6 in my band.
Wow.
So 5 moved a year before I did. And I was just like, and we had made a vote on where we were going to live because our management at the time, this is the bridge before people needed followers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to follow, so now you just streaming.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself.
Yep.
But this is the bridge. So we're coming out of MySpace into Facebook, into Instagram.
Yeah.
So this is like 08, 09.
Yeah.
And then becoming like whatever new. So they told us at the time, the management was out in LA. They were like, Chicago, New York, LA. Pick one. We can only do so much for you in Iowa.
Right.
Yeah. And so we all took votes, put in a hat. 5 votes picked LA, one vote picked New York.
Wow. Shit.
And so,
nice.
And then you learn real quick, man, that like, and I was just hesitant when I got there. It's exciting out the gate.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
Very exciting. Yeah. But after a while, you're just like, wow, people aren't as nice, and they'll make you a flake.
Yeah,
you flake on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you flake like crazy.
Right.
But yeah, I'm interested in seeing that documentary.
It's worth seeing. I mean,
I know I talk a lot. That's
no,
why I went
dude,
back on
it's fine.
Subject.
It's fascinating. I mean,
but I believe
make it easy to relate.
I believe in the majority of that stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's just it's shocking, and it's very sad because you just never thought that would happen. But clearly this guy abused his power, and I think McCurdy never mentioned him by name. Is that right in her book?
No, she didn't say Dan Schneider.
Right.
She said the creator.
Yes. So she's playing it safe.
What you will.
Probably didn't want to get sued by him. So
they offered her. What was it? $300,000. Her management team called her up, offered her $300,000 if she agreed to never say anything bad about her experience with Nickelodeon.
Wow.
And she's like, this isn't a payday, it's hush money.
Yep.
And she didn't take it.
And how many other stars have taken it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That is tough.
Because, I mean, you never know anyone's situation.
You got to live with that trauma, too. And it's like, I can't voice it.
But you may be helping others.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, too, when you're in your early 20s and you're out in the world on your own for the first time, $300,000 is life-changing money.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you've been doing with your time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Someone's going to be like, here.
They'll be like, we're going to set you up for life, but you can't say anything about XYZ.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
That's tough.
But that's what I'm saying about the construct of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I see it breaking down.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's a good thing. I think they don't have the same kind of control they once had.
Yeah.
They don't have the same kind of influence. No one cares about movie stars anymore as a whole. We may, because we grew up with have a different influence on us, but we're not the overall buying market anymore.
Right.
So, like, we're going to go more probably towards nostalgia than the current group, you know, like.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, I just hope I'm hoping that people don't have to go the traditional route to fame.
Yeah.
Because it's a deal. It's like, the way I explain it is more like being in a fraternity.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So they have to have you're gonna have this hazing period, and their hazing is not appropriate a lot of times.
Right. Yeah.
Their hazing is very inappropriate.
Yeah.
And the younger you are, or whatever you are, they're trying to destroy that.
Yes.
So if you're too masculine, you gotta calm you down. If you think you're the queen bee of ladies, we're gonna humble you. If you're a child, we're going to make you believe in us, and whatever it is, it's a scary deal, man.
Yeah, it is scary. Definitely worth checking this out, and it just opens people's eyes to, like, it's, and I think it helps hopefully future parents who have talented kids. I don't want them to push their kids into that, but if that's kind of a natural, like, they want to do it, definitely have your red flags set, because shit's real, and they can.
Can I throw a suggestion in there? Sure. So I have a friend, for whatever it's worth. He's a successful musician.
Yeah.
All right. He's a platinum artist, whatever. And I was telling him a few years ago, I was like, I might still put out an album, blah blah blah. I might want to shop at the regular. He's like, don't do that. No need to. You guys have the internet. If you have a talented child, I would suggest create your own channel for your child.
Yeah.
Have people like it.
And people
they will gravitate to it. You don't need these previous constructs that already exist. You can make your own music, or make your own TV station, or whatever show, like acting, make your own films or short films. You don't need them. Make them come to you. You don't need to go to them. Is my suggestion.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah,
we don't need to go the traditional route.
Yeah,
and one moment we start taking the power away from that and start putting it back in your own hands, it's going to make a big difference, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, Juan, thank you for guesting.
Thank you for having me.
You always bring it, man. For those who don't know, this was a big work day, kind of. I mean, it's fun, but we did 2 episodes today. We did the Super Unknown and this. So, unfortunately, Dave couldn't join us for this, but this was great. This is great. So, fun to create content, and good content.
But let's be honest, like, if Dave was here, it'd be off the rails.
Yes. Yes.
And me and Dave, we kind of do that, so we can't help it. It's kind of our thing. So
right.
It just...
Hey, it makes this whole...
Dave brings that dimension out of me, so...
Yeah, it makes this whole network unique. We're all of us contribute, in our own way. So, with that
Love
said...
you, Dave.
Yes, love you, Dave. With that said, please check us out on all social media, wherever you download, stream podcasts, YouTube, of course, and fieldofgeeks.com.
Should we be telling them about we're going to, or did we already do that?
Did in the beginning, but we can say it again. Yeah, Des Moines Comic-Con.
No worries.
Yeah,
just get one of these.
Yes.
Order it or enter chance to win. Maybe we're gonna do that. I'm not sure, but all the family right there.
Scan that code and you go to the website. And we're working on a different code, so you go to the YouTube channel. So yes, Bill, anything you'd like to plug? Billy Crescent Gaming.
Billy Crescent Gaming.
Yeah.
At Billy Crescent on YouTube. I'm really fucking behind. I haven't made anything in forever.
It happens, man. It happens. It's all good. You'll make up for it.
One day I'll finish Alien Isolation.
Yes.
But I've been busy playing, in my own defense, I've been busy playing Spider-Man 2, which I just finished, and Conan Exiles.
Yeah, and you upgraded to a PS5.
I did.
Nice.
Finally.
I'll get it by the time 10 comes out. So that's how it's going to work with me.
By the time that comes out, I'll let you have my...
Thanks. Yes.
If I still have it by then.
Juan, anything you want to plug before we go?
I've been a procrastinator, and it's got to stop. So my book, Chronicles of the Wicked, the graphic novel, will be done this year.
Awesome.
I'm just getting guys
book tour.
Yeah, the challenge
is... Des Moines.
The challenge is being a artist at the same time.
Sure.
So the story is written. Hell, the next 5 stories have already been written.
Awesome.
It's the artwork, but I have a lot of influence from manga. So like what they'll do in Japan and whatnot, anime. So they'll have teams of 50 people working on one, manga book. From art to the storyline to da-da-da. So it's just a one-man show right now. So that's all.
Dude, that's exciting.
It's done written-wise. I'm just got to get the artwork done. And I wanted to show a certain kind of artistic deal. But other than that, that's ultimately what I'm plugging. Outside of that, I always watch Field of Geeks.
Yes.
I always watch every show that's affiliated with it. Super Unknown. Meet us at the movies. Is that what we're calling it?
Oh no, Field of Geeks at the movies.
Field of Geeks at the movies.
Yes, Commando's out there, guys. Check it out.
What's the name of your show again?
Billy Crescent Gaming.
Billy Crescent Gaming.
Yeah, man.
So just support us all.
Yes, please do.
Every single one.
And we will be back. I'm Josh.
I'm Juan.
I'm Bill.
Take care.
Go
for it, Bill.